You are now dialed in with the Dial Brothers.
What's up, man?
What's up, man? There's a trend that's going on. I was about to say, "What's up, brother?" But I doubt you even know what that is. So maybe you'll have to look it up later. It's a
Yeah,
viral thing, but everybody's been doing it to their teammates and whatever. But
it's a
you've
well.
never
Oh,
heard of
okay.
it. I say,
No,
"What's up, brother?" No, okay. Look it up after the podcast. How's everybody doing? Welcome to episode 12. Is this 12
12,
of
12.
the Dialed In Show?
Every week, I'm just surprised at us. But yeah, episode 12.
How was your weekend?
Good. I was about to say I don't even remember the weekend. Good though. Yeah, it's kind of a blur for some reason this weekend, but good. Everybody was asking about you. I'm like, he ain't here.
I'll be
Everybody
there this week.
Everybody kept saying, "Where's Steven? Where's Steven? Where's Steven?" And we so used to him coming every other week, but
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
you had stuff to do, and so you would be here next weekend. Well,
yeah.
this upcoming weekend now.
I see you rocking your Braves. I got on my everyone watches women's sports shirt. You
Mhm.
know,
Oh, that
very
shirt came quick.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I think I'm excited about the weather changing a little bit. Well, I don't know why because I don't have no clothes, but I think I want um to switch it up a little bit. Not just about on the Dialed In show, just about in general or like church. But I need some clothes though.
Oh, well, I guess you have to go to the store. The Braves beat the Houston Astros last night. Monday night. It was the first time the Braves were in Houston since winning the World Series. So had to get that jab into my people who support that team from Houston. But all right, let's get into the show.
I really
Uh,
don't have time, but well maybe Sunday. Is there a game this weekend?
I
Here?
gotta look. They're in Houston until like Thursday. I gotta look.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Look at this video.
Y'all remember McDonald's used to be $1. Why is they charging 10 cents for a bag? The store don't even charge 10 cents. What is the world coming to today? What is the world coming to today? Because this is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Would I like a bag? Of course I need a bag.
I've seen that before. When I went to San Francisco for the first time, that was the first time I ever ordered at McDonald's on a kiosk. And
Mm.
when I put in the order, they handed it to me. I was like, "Where's my bag?" And they were like, "You have to pay for a bag." I don't know if that's something they're starting to. I mean, that was like 5 years ago, but
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah, you know what? And I'm glad you mentioned that. And the more we have this podcast, the more I think I dislike the state of California.
oh
Uh
wow,
but when I went to Los Angeles for a conference, went to the grocery store, it was even like CVS, and
hmm
you had to pay for bag. I think it's like a California thing. You have to pay
yeah.
for
I don't think that.
bags.
I don't think that woman was in California. I think it's something that they're just doing more. It's weird because it's like, don't ask for the bag, just include it in the total, and then no one will
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, it's
Um,
like being nickel and diming people. If it costs, like you said, if it costs 10 cents, just add that to my
Right.
tab.
It
Don't
shouldn't
make
be an
me
option. Yeah, Imma just walk out with my fries in my hand and my burger in my hand and my drink in my hand and my barbecue sauce in my hand. Like, just add it in the total and keep it moving.
that's poor customer service. I
Well,
gotta
why do you
pay.
think that? Maybe someone doesn't want a bag.
Okay, it's just like think about which that's crazy too. But just think about like Chick-fil-A. You go to a lot of
Mhm.
these other places, you want an extra sauce. They try and charge you for extra sauce.
Right.
Chick-fil-A,
Chick-fil-A just hands it to you.
they just hand it to you. They like you want
Yeah,
3 barbecue sauces here because
that's
it's
true.
just
That's true.
just so it's like 10 cent. That's it ain't that deep. It's not
Well,
that deep.
but okay, so if 10 cent ain't that deep, why you mad?
No, I'm saying it's not that deep
Yeah, oh, for making an
from their
option
end.
just to include it. Just include it.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
understand why, like, because I think making it the option makes you upset. It's like, really, I gotta pay for a bag when you already know you're paying for stuff like that. But
Yeah.
I guess just
Yeah.
seeing it,
Like that's like saying, okay, I want some lemonade, but you got to pay 5 cents if you want to put it in a cup.
yeah.
What?
Oh, 5 cent for a straw, something like that.
Yeah, like there's That should just be a part of it. So I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
I think she was well within her right to be upset that McDonald's wanted to charge her 10
And if
cents
it's your
for a bag.
first time, but she said, "Of course, I want a bag."
Yeah. But and I wonder but you said you don't know where she was. But
I don't
California
know.
in particular, I think that's a
Yeah, the
California
first
thing.
time I did that was in California. So, but I think they do that other places now. I have no idea. All right, so we've talked about flying multiple times on this show. Um, I love our people. I love our culture, but I would have been one of the people who would have been pissed at this video. Take a look.
Plane ride from Nashville to Houston. Majority of us were strangers.
Now, Micah, do you think that was appropriate? Seeing the bonnets, I assume the time of day was morning. I'm all for having fun, but watch a movie, listen to some music. I don't need no choir going back and forth, rapping, singing, whatever on my plane. I don't need that.
Yeah. I wish the video was longer. I wish we could have seen what happened before that, what happened after that. Like, did the flight attendants make them stop? I don't know.
The video
But
was a little longer, but I didn't see like flight attendants saying be quiet or anything.
yeah, hey, they might have been turning up too. I think
I get
I
the
don't.
fun. I just sit
Yeah,
down.
I was gonna say, to me, I don't see a huge problem with people being happy and enjoying themselves. Man, life is so jacked up, and
You could be happy, but there's a time and place, and I don't think your plane is the place to do that. Someone said, I think the tweet that I saw when I saw this video, someone said, I would have created an emergency just to get off that plane.
yeah, yeah. Now it reminds me, and you might say, "Well, I'm a little biased or whatever." It reminds me when I don't remember which one of the mission trips I went on in high school when we were coming back. Some kind of way, either way, it was a couple people started singing. It was like it wasn't gospel music. It was like white Christian music.
Why it had to be white?
No, because I
Okay,
was about to say it was gospel music and it wasn't gospel.
continue.
It was like CCM, or whatever it's called. Um,
Continue.
and initially I was kind of like, ugh, can we do this? But
Mhm,
I tell you, maybe not 100% of the people, but that whole plane started singing those Christian songs, and
mhm,
there were people who were saying they were appreciative that some of us did that and everything.
mhm.
But to be fair, we were in a public place, or to your point, we were in a public place.
Yeah,
Um, Chances are there were people who probably didn't believe in Jesus and all that other
yeah,
kind of stuff, and so they should not have been forced to be in an enclosed environment that they can't walk out of
yeah.
to hear
And,
that.
and
So
I get
I
it.
get it.
And like you said, the context we don't know of. Okay, I'll put it like this: if they did that more than once during the flight, then yeah, I would have been pissed. I'll put it
Mhm.
like that. Like I get people having fun and stuff, and not saying okay, the plane is a library either, but just all right. Like wait till you get to your location. And the video said a lot of them didn't even know each other.
Mhm.
But
And to me, that's what made it be more.
it was organic, but I would have
Yeah.
been pissed. And granted, I would have had my headphones in, so I probably wouldn't have heard it, to be completely honest. But I would have been looking like,
It's
all
fair to
right,
say that you're just what's
oh what?
a appropriate word to say? You're just a butt on the plane.
No, I just would have been over that. And to be clear,
You
if
often fly early in the
if
morning.
it was white people, I would have said the same thing. If it was white people
Mhm.
singing whatever they wanted to sing, I just still would have been like, all right. Now
Mm.
it's different if okay, perfect example, like when colleges, like alumni, are flying together to go to the NCAA tournament or go to the national championship game. That's different. Where
How's that
somebody
different?
report. No, I'm saying where is it's not a chartered flight, but
Oh, you
literally
saying it's
everyone on
just
that
them?
flight is going to that venue. These people didn't know each other. They weren't going to a concert.
Mm.
Uh, that's what I'm saying. So that's a little different if okay, everybody's on this flight for this reason. Everybody went on that flight for that reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. I guess I'm just what Mike could call a butt. I just
So
don't.
okay, what if you were the head stewardess, the head flight
Nah,
attendant?
I would have said something if they did it more. I would have said something if they did it more than once. Yes, I wouldn't have said that the first time. No, I mean the plane might not have even taken off yet. But if this is a recurring thing, yeah, shut up. Yeah, I was like, all right, you sit your blank down. That's what I would have said.
Hey, they wouldn't have liked you.
Oh, well, oh well. I was
And I'm
doing my
sure,
job.
like you said, depending on when and how many times, at certain points within the flight,
Right.
that could possibly become a safety problem.
Yeah, I mean, doing it once, okay, I give you a pass. No, just playing karaoke in the plane, nah, I'm not down with that. So, yeah, I guess I'm gonna stick in the mud.
And I was trying to defend you a little bit that most of the time when you fly is very early in the morning because you brought up that it seemed like it might have been early in the
To
morning.
be completely honest, I don't care if that was at 5 p.m. I would have been annoyed.
Yeah, so you're just it goes back to when we talked about in another episode that, well, I guess that was me, not you. Don't like people talking to you when you go in the store. And somebody
No,
agreed with
no,
me in the comments in that episode, saying it's like, when going to the store, leave me alone. So I think that's how you are on a plane, like leave me alone.
yeah, I don't want to talk to you. I just want to get to my destination. I don't talk to you. I mean, I do early flights, but I don't care what time that flight would have been. I would have been kind of. And again, we don't know all the context. It could have been a one-time thing, but yeah, I just would have been annoyed.
Think
All
about
right,
this. Wait,
go
before
ahead.
we go, think about this. Now, both of us have been across the Atlantic or Pacific. I don't know which one that is. Uh, the one between here in Africa and Europe.
Which one do you think that is, Micah?
I don't know. Uh,
Oh my
it
God,
it
really?
don't
You
it
don't
don't
know
make
what
or break my
ocean
life
touches
to know
Georgia?
which one it is.
You don't
That
know what ocean touches Georgia?
I don't know. I think the Atlantic, but I don't know. I don't know. It don't matter.
It
Uh,
does matter.
why it
They're two
matter?
different
What I need to
oceans.
know that for?
They're two different oceans.
You know what I'm saying? What difference it make for me
It
in my
makes a
life? What I need
difference.
to know the
That's
difference
like
for?
saying, "Oh, Micah's from Virginia. What difference does it make?
You know
You're from
what?
Georgia.
It's
What
the
difference does it
Atlantic.
make?"
It's the Atlantic. I bet money on it because when I'm thinking about the slave trade, wasn't it the transatlantic slave trade? So it's the Atlantic.
Yes.
Gotta be. Yeah.
Oh my
See?
God.
See? Show you I know I'm cultured. I know my history and stuff. So it's
You
the
do
Atlantic.
not. Clearly, you do not, and you're putting it
Uh
on full display.
what I'm trying to say. The
I don't
reason I
know.
brought that up is because we've both been on 10-hour plus flights before.
Correct. Yes.
I would not mind because sometimes them flights, that's a long time. I would not mind if a few people brought some fun on the plane on
Watch
the
a
flight.
movie. That is your fun. Listen to music. That is your fun. Go to sleep. Talk to
Sleep
the
is
person
fun.
next to you.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's move on because I'm about to get into about the person next to you. I've sat next to some interesting people.
See. Well, it's funny. I was when I was going to New Orleans, I knew the president was about to land, and I don't know if anyone has been at the airport when the president's about to land, but no plane can move, no plane engine can even be on. So I knew what time President Biden was landing in Dallas, and we just turned onto the runway. So I said, "Oh man, we're about to beat him. Perfect. I'm not going to be delayed." And as we were about to accelerate, they said, "There's a ground stop. Air Force One is about to land." And I recorded it from my window. I said all that to say, when they made the announcement, there were groans on the plane, and I was sitting next to two senior citizens of a certain
Some
race,
Republicans probably.
and I was like, because some people's groans were, "Oh, I'm gonna be late to my destination." Some other people's groans were like,
They don't like him, Biden.
"Correct." And so you talking about sitting next to interesting people. It was hearing their
Have you
comments. Interesting.
have you ever, and I've done this multiple times, on a flight, have you ever kind of a little bit fallen asleep on somebody?
No, because I
You,
do the window. I lean on the window.
oh.
Exactly. That's why I do the window.
Mm.
I don't want to lean on nobody. No.
Especially if it's somebody kind of fluffy, they don't mind.
I guarantee you they mind.
Well, yeah, hey, I can't help. I fall asleep and I wake up and I'm leaning on your shoulder. Yeah, I mean, it it just happened. But either way,
Oh, hold on. I had a fraternity chapter meeting this past weekend, and at the end of the meeting, a couple of the older brothers said, "I love watching you and your brother. Your brother's so funny, and he be seeming like he's not interested in what you say." I said, "Well, thank you for watching." And then
that's funny.
when I do edit some of the clips, I'm like, Micah looks so not interested in what I'm saying. And you'd be like, "Yeah."
That's funny. I don't know. That's funny.
All right, this week was a big week for women's sports. It was the WNBA draft. It was no secret. Caitlin Clark went number one. That's why I'm wearing the shirt. It's no secret. Caitlin Clark went number one to the Indiana Fever. What's interesting is, and
Boo.
get to Micah's thumbs down in a minute. What's interesting is Caitlin Clark, who beat South Carolina last year in the Final Four, is now teammates with Aaliyah Boston, who was the first pick for the Fever last year. So people have been posting like Shaq and Kobe memes saying like they're going to be the new big duo. But also the third pick was Camila Cardozo from the University of South Carolina. She's from Brazil. And her teammate is going to be Angel Reese
Angel
from
Reese.
LSU with the number 7 pick. So you got kind of two like tandem teammates who both have South Carolina ties. And so, man, I may be cheering for the Chicago Sky. I mean, I got to cheer for the Dallas Wings. But I think Cardoso and Angel Reese, that could be pretty deadly. We'll see.
Man, this all this drama and everything that's been on with them, it continues. This is not over.
Right. So that's going to be cool. Now, let's get to, and I do not agree with this on the record. Michael, why are you booing Caitlin Clark being selected as the number 1 pick?
You can fully say it's because I'm a hater.
At least you said it.
100%.
Okay,
I
but
wish
so
that
you
she
don't
was
think she
number
was
2. I just didn't want her to be number 1.
so you don't think she was the best player in the draft this year?
I don't really care if she was. I just didn't want her to be number 1.
But see, that doesn't have any like you're not backing up with any statistics. You're
It's
just being
purely because I don't want her to be number 1. That's
okay.
all.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's just
Well,
personal opinion.
let's get into this, and I didn't give you advance notes on this, so I'll read it. So now everyone was talking about the draft, and I already knew this, but I think now that women's sports continues to be more and more popular, more
You
people
better say, I
watching
think you better say, but go ahead.
about the salaries.
Oh,
Some people were shocked to see the salary for these players, and keep in mind, a lot of WNBA players, some of them have, I don't want to say other jobs, but other sources of income because they're not making a ton of money. Now, I'll preface with this. Caitlin Clark's going to be fine. She has endorsements, Nike, whatever. Angel Reese will be fine. Those players will be fine. But listen to this, Micah. So Caitlin Clark's rookie contract is for 4 years, making $338,000 in that 4 years. So this year, her first season, she'll make $76,535.
well, man.
I'm saying people, and so now because more people are interested in women's sports, now they're getting a peek into these women aren't really making money. Like what the manager of I'm trying to think of a business makes $75,000.
Yeah, a quick trip.
Right?
Yeah.
Does that shock you? I mean, she's the number 1 pick, and you have to look at it in context because she is fine. She has endorsements, State Farm, all that stuff. She's fine, but she's gonna be making her salary is $76,000. She's the number 1 pick.
Now, okay. Now, the business side of it, I fully understand that women's sports, women's basketball does not generate nearly as much income as the NBA. Just is not anywhere near as much as the NBA. So we can't think that it's going to be equal. So that, I'm not saying that. It's not. It's just that's crazy to think that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I could be wrong, but at the same time, I would think they bringing in more than that to be able
Right.
to pay the number one draft pick $70,000.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I
And so a
don't
lot
know.
of people were reacting last night and this morning to that because I mean I already knew it, and that's why a lot of these women play international ball in the off season so they can still get money. Um, but yeah, I mean think
And if
about it. A majority of the men in the NBA don't have endorsements and stuff, right? So think about how much smaller that is on the women's level.
yeah,
Um, a lot of players don't have endorsements, but like I said, like Cardosa, she'll be fine. Angel Reese will be fine. Uh, Caitlin Clark will be fine.
but
Was
the
it?
thing is, okay, if this is how much she's getting,
Mhm.
then it's probably fair to say some of them making $40,000.
Probably.
The
I gotta
person,
look.
the person who ain't playing that much,
Oh yeah. I mean,
who
probably at least 50.
that's crazy. I mean, you might well go do something else with your life.
And I mean, part of that shows that they really care and love the sport, but it
Yeah,
highlights and like you said, and you said it, and I'll repeat it. Um, I don't think anyone should think they would make the same as LeBron or Luka
no.
Doncic or something like that. Just from a revenue standpoint, it does not bring in the same thing. Granted, some of the teams have packed games, but it's just not the same. But there's a big but. They should get paid more than that. I mean,
It's like I saw something the other day, and it says if you want to make more money, you have to serve more people. And they was doing this thing comparing, talking about how, and now some people might not like what I'm saying. I'm just making a point. How some
mm,
people don't. How some people say, well, a professional athlete shouldn't make more than a doctor. A professional
yeah, I've
athlete
heard
shouldn't
that
make more
before.
than a teacher or whatever. But
Mm.
they said this. I'm not gonna dare touch the teacher conversation because people gonna kill me in the comments. So I'm gonna go with the
Yeah,
doctor.
and your mom a former teacher.
I'm gonna go with the doctor one. Says okay, a doctor has 30 patients, so
Mhm.
you're serving 30 people, so you make 30 people money.
Right.
LeBron James serving uh uh 50 million people, so he makes millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So same thing with this, with the women, they're not serving as many people or reaching as many people
Yeah.
as men's sports. And so less money comes in. Can
Yeah.
we hey, I just want to say this. These or some of them, Angel Reese and especially Angel Reese. I just really like Angel Reese, but even Caitlin Clark. These women stepped out last night. They was dressed to the nines from head to toe.
Yeah.
I said, oh wow, they look different off the court.
Yeah, they
But
were fly. Caitlin Clark said she was in Prada, and she said it's the first time Prada has dressed a man or a woman for a draft. So that's cool. Yeah, no, they look great. My girl Don Staley was there rooting for her girl Don Staley. I think Cardoso was Don Staley's 11th first round pick. Um, in the draft. So, I had to get my Don Staley plug in there because Don is
I
the
didn't see
GOAT.
Dawn, or I might have just
She was
missed it.
sitting on the first row in the crowd. And
Uh,
sitting
Kim
behind
Mulkey.
sitting behind her was Kim Mulkey.
Yeah, I saw Kim Mulkey come up
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Angel
So
Reese.
oh,
Yeah.
and I have to find it because we are very pro HBCUs. Um Congrats to Angel Jackson. She is from Jackson State University. She is the second HBCU player to be drafted in the last 20 years in WNBA. Angel Jackson from Jackson State. So congrats to her.
Hey, we need to get a shirt. It's several shirts I need to get. Let me write this down.
Well, just make sure you get me one too.
I need
Well,
to
what
get
other what other shirt you going
I need to get
uncommon favor?
uncommon favor. And
You
then I
need
want
this
one.
shirt.
Yeah, that one. And then I want one
I'll
that
send you the
says
link.
Reese and Jackson. And then be like, if you kind of like the other thing you had, if you know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm for real. I'm a maybe not this week, but definitely next week. I'm gonna get all them
Well,
shirts
you
for
should have got
real.
the uncommon favor shirt.
Yeah, I gotta get it. I'm gonna get it. What color should I get these
I
shirts
was about
in?
to say, you just gonna get a white shirt with black letters or what?
I don't know. White kind of hard to keep up, and then especially
Yeah,
you want one too.
yeah.
Um, yeah, we'll design them and get it together, and
Well, we
you
got to
know
design our shoe. sir. We're gonna do
Yeah,
that this weekend.
yeah, we're gonna do all that. We're gonna do all that, all that. But
Y'all hear
shout
all
out
this?
to women, y'all. We've got to for sure.
Support.
I've got to go to some WNBA games.
I want to say, have you ever been? I've been to Atlanta Dream games.
A
Have you been to one?
long time ago. A
We,
long time
you
ago.
probably went when they played in, well, now it's
The-
State Farm Arena, but Phillips Arena. I
yeah.
think they're playing College Park now.
Yeah. I want to go whenever Chicago comes out because I want to see Angel
Oh
Reese.
yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great.
That game might, I don't know. I think some of these games might start selling out.
So, and they said, and of course, because money. So I think 90% of Indiana Fever games are going to be nationally televised this season coming up.
Oh, wow.
I think it's 90%. It's way more than 80%. I know that. And I think the year before they barely had nationally televised games. So some people were messaging me because they were not happy with the Dallas Wings picks. Like Dallas Wings could have got Angel Reese. I was listening to the commentators because I don't know everything. Like I watch women's sports, but I still don't know all the ins and outs. And they were saying Dallas Wings needed more perimeter shooters. Like they needed guards, not big men. Because multiple people from Dallas were mad that we could have got Angel Reese and we didn't. So I don't know. I'm not that knowledgeable to know if we should have got her or not. So
When we get to politics, remind me to mention Mark Cuban. But let's just keep going.
it's Texas. All right.
Mhm.
What is next?
You tell
Oh,
me.
Jason Day. So the Masters, a tradition unlike any other. The green jacket, the guy who won, Scotty Scheffler, is actually from Dallas. He won 2 years ago and just won his second one this year. But so Micah is more, I guess, knowledgeable about this. Golf courses, especially clubs and stuff, so they have certain dress codes and stuff like that. Jason Day is a really good golfer, and he wore this vest that you're looking at right now. It's a little busy, but basically the Masters told him to take it off while he was playing. And in an interview, he said they told him to take it off. He took it off, and he has a sponsorship. So they picked their outfits. When Tiger was with Nike, his outfit was picked for each day of each round. That's just what happens. So that's what they did because they're trying to get exposure for their product. Jason Day was told to remove his vest. According to him, they said the Masters told him to. I don't agree with that. I'll say it because of this. I understand that golf is still one of them sports that people are. I mean, we had the East Side Golf, sweatshirts. Golf is still a sport that is still traditional and all that stuff. But like, why do you care what he's wearing? It wasn't like he was wearing jeans. It wasn't like he was. I just don't understand why they told him to take the vest off. What do you think, Micah, as a former golfer? Since you won't play when I ask you to come play.
To me, this is a little tough.
Mhm.
One, I'm gonna say I'm glad that he didn't put up a fight. That he just took it off and because to me, sometimes even though he didn't win, but
Yeah.
sometimes to me the best revenge is success. Is to win instead of putting
I
up a
think
big
he's
fight.
won before. I think he's won
I
the
don't know if
Masters
he's won the
before.
Masters before, but he's definitely a really
He's
good
won.
golfer.
Yeah. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, and so to me, just go out there and beat him on the course. You
Mhm.
can talk about all this other stuff later. So I'm glad he didn't make like a big fuss about it. And I'm not so sure of his ethnicity, but I
Mhm.
don't think he's white. I
He's
don't
not
necessarily think
black.
he's black.
Yeah, he's not black.
But I'm just glad that they didn't make such a big fuss out of it. But they, in one of the things you sent me, the article or video or something, another day, they didn't like the pants. They didn't ask him to remove them, but they said all the commentators, not
It was
commentators,
like
well, yeah,
baggy
whatever,
pants.
his baggy pants. That bothered me a little bit more than the vest
It
because
bothered what bothered you? The pants?
no, their comments about the pants.
Yes.
Yeah. Because to me that seemed more, and I'm not trying to make it be about race or anything, but that seemed more kind of judgmental and stereotyping and stuff to me than the vest. The golf courses do have dress codes. Um and to me, they helped out whoever that was sponsoring him. The Masters did. because
Because now
now it's a
everybody's gonna
story.
search that vest.
Yeah, now it's a story. So whereas, trust me, if they had not done that, well, nobody gonna know nothing about their vest other than the people who really, really watch golf and cared about it. But now people who don't necessarily play golf might be seeing the story.
I just
So
don't see the problem. Like you said, golf courses have rules and yada yada yada. And he's been playing in the Masters since like 2010.
yeah,
He got second place in 2011. I think he got third place a couple years ago. But I it's a vest. It wasn't like he was out there in a denim jacket or it was a vest. Was
but
it
even if
busy?
he
Yeah.
was,
I
yeah,
just don't see the point of making him take it off.
yeah, and it was is well, it wasn't like it was something offensive on the
Right.
vest. Um,
I
so
mean,
yeah,
and the master should be happy it wasn't a black guy, because then that would have been an
oh
even
yeah,
bigger story. Uh,
yeah,
I just don't see why they told him to take it off. And I get tradition, yada yada yada. Just like in tennis, I can't think of his name right now, but he's gotten in trouble a couple times because what is it? One of the Grand Slams, you have to wear white, and he hasn't worn white every time. And then you have to wear he wears a tank top over a shirt when you're supposed to wear a polo or something. But so I know other sports have rules like this, but I just didn't understand why they told him to take it off and whatever.
yeah.
It wasn't
I'm
that big
sure.
of a deal to me.
Yeah, yeah. It wasn't a big deal. It just one of those things that when we go in certain places and spaces, you still have to abide by the old man.
I mean, like you said, he didn't fight it, but I mean, I think if a player did fight it, they would have been well within their right
Yeah,
to
and
make a
I
bigger
think,
deal of it.
and maybe there is already, but I think there should be, and to me, if there was, I don't think he would have worn it. There should be a very clear dress code that
Mhm.
if you wear a vest, it can't have words on it, for example.
Right.
Like, I think it needs to be very clear because to
'Cause
me,
it was busy, but again, like I said, like
because and then what are they saying? Like, was it distracting his opponents?
right.
Uh, Like, that's
It says Malbo or Mal something golf championship, something with an M golf championship. So it was golf related.
yeah,
Whatever.
I don't know.
All right.
So it
Uh,
brings up the question: could he or anybody have worn the Eastside Golf with the black man on it with the golf
right.
club? Could
Right.
somebody have worn that? I mean, I don't
Guess
know.
we'll have to wait and see.
You
Uh,
talking about it would have been a whole boycott
mm,
the Masters thing.
yeah.
If
Yeah.
if
Unless
that.
Tiger wore it. If Tiger wore it, they wouldn't have said nothing to him. They wouldn't have said anything to Tiger.
Doctor, I about to say
And
Dr. French, not Dr. French.
Ti-
Dr. Warmack. He was there.
yeah, I saw. And Tiger Woods had his worst finish in on record for him at the
He needs to
Masters.
sit down.
And I say he's still the GOAT. He's still the GOAT. I know he's one jacket short of oh boy, but he's still the GOAT.
He needs to sit
Yeah, I
down.
mean, but see, golf isn't
LeBron.
like how like I think okay, LeBron should retire. Just hang it up, whatever. But golf is different. You already know this. You play golf till you're 80. Like so
But
he ain't about to
Tiger's had
retire.
a whole lot of
Yes,
injuries.
but he ain't about to retire. He made the cut though. Yes, he
Yeah.
didn't finish great, but he still made the cut. He's not going. Tiger will. How old do you think Tiger is? Tiger ain't gonna retire until he like 60.
He's got well, I guess he don't have to be, but I would say he's got to be 50. But maybe
Tiger
not.
ain't going nowhere. But yeah, what's his worst record, worst finish in his career at the
Jesus.
Masters?
He's 48.
Yeah,
Net
he
worth
was still
$1.3 billion.
and this was the first Masters where he launched his new brand, Sunday Red. You know, he's not with Nike anymore. And he always wears red on Sundays. He said it started a little superstitious. His mom said, I don't know if he's a Gemini or whatever, but his mom said red is a good color for your what's the word, horoscope, whatever crap. And he
Oh,
said when he was young, like he won wearing red when his mom told him it was a good color. And he said being just like a kid and saying you're not going to be right all the time. He said he wore blue on the championship round one time and lost, and then so he's worn red ever since. But everybody knows Sunday Red for Tiger Woods, and now that's what the brand is called, Sunday Red, and it's
Yeah.
a tiger.
Yeah, the most famous pictures of him, he got on a red Nike polo.
All right, moving on. The University of Southern California is making some headlines because they are not allowing their valedictorian to give a speech at graduation. Now, this is tied to the back and forth that's going on with Israel and Hamas. The valedictorian is of a different nationality, and basically they're saying once they announced who the valedictorian was, they were getting kind of threats, and so in their eyes, they're trying to diffuse a possible incident from happening at graduation. My thing is, she's still the valedictorian. She's still gonna be there. There's still gonna be other students there. And so I don't know if they were worried that she may say something that would piss one of the sides off in her speech. But I don't know about not letting the students speak.
Yeah, to me, yeah, because is she from Palestine? What something?
I believe in the picture. She has a hijab on, and
Yeah.
she's not Israeli. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, to me, that's and like I said, I'm not trying to keep making stuff be this, but that's racist.
And I saw one of they said speaking at a graduation is not infringing on your First Amendment. Like you're not obligated to speak at graduation. Yeah, she has a job on. But yeah,
I'm just saying.
I just don't get unless they feared, and I guess you'll never know. And at graduations, they ask to see your speech before anyway, but the student can still say what the heck they want when you get up there. So I think they may be scared that she was going to say something that was going to.
But I don't
trigger
think you can punish
people.
somebody for something that they've not done yet.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think you just have to handle it when it happens. Like this person is the valedictorian; they made the accomplishment. Every other valedictorian has been able to speak. I think she should be able to speak. And granted, she might have said something, okay, but it's not like the university is condoning it if that's what they're afraid of. That was that adult making their own decision. Yeah, I think it's just kind of convenient that the way they worded it was very persuasive, saying, we don't want anything to happen, so we're just gonna not let that person speak.
Two parts. One about the don't want anything to happen. From a security standpoint, this is a very large public institution. Y'all could have had all kind of state troopers and stuff there if y'all thought it was gonna be some kind of security problem. But then the other thing, that's like saying back when all the George Floyd and Black Lives Matter and Blue Lives Matter, all that stuff was going on. That's like saying valedictorian is a dark-skinned black man. We scared he gonna say something and cause an uproar, so he can't.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, nah.
Yeah, I think she should have been able to talk. And I mean everything is political nowadays, so it's like if it's gonna happen, it's still gonna happen. Okay, they're so big, I don't know if they call names, walk across the stage. Someone can do something walking across the stage when their name gets called. They can hold up a banner, they can throw paint on something, they could grab the microphone. Like anything can still happen.
And especially at a public school, this is the United States of America. You're supposed to be able to say what you want to say.
Yeah.
So I mean, Donald Trump do it every day. So I'm just saying that's that's crazy. That's crazy. I'm surprised that happened in California.
You are not down with California.
No, because they just make stuff be extra. And
so the part of the letter said the intensity of feelings fueled by both social media and the ongoing conflict in the Middle East has grown to include many voices outside of USC and has escalated to the point of creating substantial risks relating to security and disruption at commencement. We cannot ignore the fact that similar risks have led to harassment and even violence on other campuses. So they're saying they're trying to be proactive, but what I'm saying is it can still happen. And honestly, not letting the woman speak, that might create even more now. Somebody might do something now that they weren't going to do because y'all aren't letting her speak. So
Yeah.
we'll have to see how graduation goes.
Yeah. One of the
And
biggest mistakes that Joe Biden could have made was
Jaban.
was to not have his inauguration outside. I'm glad he did, because if he didn't, that
Oh, I'm
would have.
about to say he did. What you talking?
No, I'm saying, remember.
I had to think about it. I was like, hold on, what?
Yeah, no, I'm saying, remember after J6,
Uh-huh.
they was saying, oh, dangerous and
Oh yeah, no.
fearful. It's like,
You had to do it.
yeah. So what I'm saying, same thing with this. To me, that's just an excuse to say, oh, it's the risk is too big
Yeah.
because of safety. Like, man, y'all put up some, if you are not already doing it, put up some metal detectors at the doors.
Well, that's proven to not work, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's yeah, whatever. Where's the video of her complaining? Why is she not complaining?
Well, it just happened yesterday.
Oh,
The
well.
letter just yeah.
And because, like you said, now who's to say that now it's not going to be a big protest at the graduation?
Exactly. Because she can't speak.
Yeah.
It's just
You know how
should
sometimes
just
at
let her
graduation,
speak,
the
and what
students,
happens.
yeah. You know how the students sometimes turn around at
Yeah.
graduation? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, hey, that'll be something for us to talk about on episode, whatever that is, the week of their graduation. I hope it's
Yeah.
messy. I really do. I hope it's messy.
Of course you do. All right, now to more mess. Former President Donald Trump is now the first former president to sit inside jury selection for his hush money trial. Jury selection started on Monday, and they had a rough time. Now, keep in mind, the jury pool is 500 people, which is more than normal. But in that first group, 50 people right off the bat were dismissed because they said they couldn't be impartial, like in the first batch, so like 100 people. So jury selection resumed Tuesday. But what do you just make of, I mean, the fact that, can you imagine getting a jury summons and then finding out it's for the Donald Trump trial?
I
That
would try and answer every question in such a way to make sure I get on that jury.
I heard. So one of the people I was listening to, like public radio here in Dallas, and they were talking about how they had an expert on. They were talking about how what's going to be hard is some people are going to try to make sure they're on the jury, even if they don't support the former president. That's gonna be interesting. I mean, it's a what, Bronx jury or whatever. They already it's not going to be a whole jury of his peers. But hey, black people don't have a jury of their peers in a lot of times. So
Yeah, and it's supposed to really the way it's supposed to be. People on the jury should not know who you are,
but
but
okay, that's
he's the
impossible.
president.
Right, that's impossible. So
Yeah.
it's technically going to be impossible to have an impartial jury because
Yeah.
either you're going to find a jury of all people who voted for him, or a jury of people who didn't vote for him. So people are going to be lying on them questions anyway. Because okay, in voir dire, you only have so many strikes you can kick people off. So you can't just ask everyone, "Did you vote for him?" And if you didn't, use all your voir dire strikes on the people who didn't vote for him, because the prosecution gonna be like, "Okay, well, we're going to strike everyone who voted for him." It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
He's good at what he does, though. Videos that
Mhm.
he's put out is
Yeah.
man, and he was so poetic yesterday when he came out and he said he's here, he's proud to be there because they're trying to they can't, he said, they can't silence you, so they trying to silence me. He said, and so that's why I'm here to defend y'all. And it's like, well, for one, you here because you don't have no choice. But yeah, man, the people who support him, he keeps feeding them stuff that's gonna just make them feel as if it really is a witch hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it, that Joe
Oh.
Biden and others are out to get him, and it's a political thing. But hey, Donald Trump is probably gonna be the next president.
Yeah, unless something drastic, which drastic has already happened. Yeah, I just don't think it's looking good for the incumbent Well, we'll have to see.
Well, you probably already knew this. I didn't know, and he didn't say this, but from what he did say, it seems like it. I didn't know that Mark Cuban wasn't a Donald Trump fan.
Oh no, yeah, he's tweeted multiple times about that. Now, I think some people think Cuban made, and like how you said in a past episode, like a lot of people on certain issues are conservative, but they just kind of vote Democrat. Yeah, Mark Cuban don't really care for Donald Trump.
Because he said he
I
happily
think that's
pays
it.
his taxes, and that tomorrow, today, whatever, he's transferring $288 million to the
Yeah.
IRS. And he said, go and ask your former president something
Yeah.
about his taxes. And everybody know he's talking about Donald Trump.
Yes. Man, I was talking to my camera guy and I was like, think about it. And Cuban sent a revised text. He said his estimates was a tweet. His estimates were a little off. Still a lot of money. I think it's like he actually has to send 275 million. But still, he imagine that's how much you're paying in taxes.
So
and
how much
still
money
got
you
bread.
making?
Right. And he still got bread. I think Cuban's worth 1.5 billion or something like that. His net worth. Some or more than that. I don't know. But man,
But that's the
Kim,
cool thing. And we talked about this in another episode too, about the difference between your net worth and how much money you actually have. Like you said, the fact that he's paying that much in taxes, he making a lot of money. Like
I mean, he has
actually,
so many other businesses.
yeah.
Like he
Jeez,
sold the Dallas. He sold his majority ownership to the Dallas Mavericks for $3.5 billion.
man.
3.5 billion, and they were saying that's partially why his tax is so high. I guess the sale. But man, yeah, he was like, I pay my taxes. Can't say that for some people.
Man,
Yeah.
I would just wake up and smile, go get me a good breakfast, and a good
Where would
lunch.
you get breakfast from if you were a millionaire?
It ain't gotta be nowhere special. Well, the place that really just popped in my head was that 2X, whatever place that we went to that time. I would be just as normal. I would travel a lot, but I'd be just as normal. I'd go get that slice of pizza from Quick Trip. I mean,
You gonna eat pizza from Quick Trip if you're a millionaire? I don't believe that.
I'm saying I wouldn't. I mean, hey,
Because why would you go to Quick Trip?
Because I like that slice of pizza. They sausage
You know
biscuit.
what I'm saying? You pumping your own gas? You going to a gas station?
No. Now I've said this all the time. If I had a lot of money, now I'm gonna have a driver. And
So what you going to Quick Trip for?
because I'm
gonna gas
telling my
the car before they get
driver, hey, let's go get some snacks, some food.
Yeah, you gonna go to Quick Trip, not Ruth's Chris or something for a snack?
Yeah, I'm saying I wouldn't. Just because I had a whole lot of money, I wouldn't stop going to normal places. Yeah, I might go to fancy places more, but more than I do now. But I'm saying I wouldn't. Nah, I still go give me a foot long chili cheese dog from Sonic. I ain't gonna put that stuff down.
Okay, interesting.
But I'm not driving no more.
I know that would be the first thing you do is going. First thing Mike is gonna do is hire a driver.
My nerves too bad.
Yeah, Mike PTSD.
Yeah.
All right. What your kicks look like this
So
week,
much
sir?
last night, I almost didn't go home.
Oh wow.
Like I was just like, oh.
What do your kicks look like this week, sir?
They are dirty, and I could have sworn I've shown these before, but I didn't have a marker on it, like my thing, so I know which ones I've shown. So I guess I have not shown these before.
The gold Air Max 97s. And look, I guess brothers are a lot alike. The white Air Max 97s.
Hey, it's 97's day.
Yeah, a little throwback day right here. That's funny.
Yeah. Oh boy.
I swear them gold ones are, of all my shoes, those gold ones are in my top 3, and I don't know why.
And that was not planned. We didn't know each other. We never know which shoes.
We never tell each other. Now I was looking at some shoes on the app yesterday.
I've not
looked at the app in a couple of them for sale. Well, one or two of them you already have, but saw a couple of them that are a little reduced price. So
no, don't send it to me. I would say I haven't looked because I haven't been wanting to buy any.
Oh, and the ones that we both really liked, They price dropped $50. I'm sent to you.
You guys send it. I don't know which one you're talking about.
I think it's one that we both liked. But yeah, so kicks. We said we're going to do our kicks this weekend, allegedly, according to Micah. So we can hopefully get our dialed in kicks soon. I think me and Micah should have the same for the show. Micah doesn't think so. I don't know why you don't think so, but I think we should have the same for the show.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you want to have the same?
Well, we
don't live together. We're not going to wear them at the same time.
You know what? We can get the same. We can get the same and have a show. We're gonna have a video put together. I know a guy who we're gonna do something, but I want them to be cool. Like I want them to have some type of bright color. I want them to. Jose is calling me. I want them to be very unique.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't have to customize them.
Yeah. Y'all, we appreciate y'all for real, those who have already subscribed and everything. And if you have not and you watching us, what's your problem? Why are you not subscribed to the YouTube channel? Follow us.
Say it again, Michael. What's your problem?
Huh?
I said say it again. What's your problem?
Yeah, what's your problem? Don't just be a stalker. Don't be watching and you don't like, you don't comment, you don't subscribe.
Right. You got to do all of it.
Yeah. Join the family. Participate. Turn on your notification bell. And also listen to us on podcast. Now, I know I jacked y'all up last week.
Yeah. People were like, man, they stopped.
Yeah. So
we have some loyal viewers who watch the show live when we post it, which we appreciate.
Yeah. But even those who even those who listen on the podcast platforms, episode 11 is non-existent. I never did upload it. So this week, So this week, those who listen on podcasts, y'all will get episode 11 and episode 12.
That's gonna mess people up, man.
They just have to listen to both of them. Or maybe if I have time, I'll put 11 out today. You get what I'm trying to say.
No, yeah, put 11 out today, so it won't slip people up. You see that shoe price dropped $70.
Oh, you sent it. I saw a text, but I wasn't looking at it.
Didn't you like that one? It price dropped $70.
Come on, internet. Oh wow, yeah, because I don't buy no $200 shoes. So yeah,
right
now it's in the price range.
Yeah, I don't know how long that deal gonna be. You need to get it,
y'all. But y'all, please support us. And then here's the thing too: share.
Yes, share it.
Share. If you love us, show us you love us. Don't just tell us. The way you show it is by sharing.
Right.
Sharing is caring. And remember, episode, I don't know what episode we said, 50 or 100 or something, or 25, I don't know. We are doing a live in-person show.
Oh, wow.
And you can't come to the, I would say to the kickback. You can't come.
It could be a kickback.
Huh?
It could be a kickback.
Well, we have to see what you mean by that. You can't come if you're not subscribed and stuff.
Right. Right.
Don't fake folk.
Facts. All right, let's, in the words of Micah Dial PM, let's land this plane. Thank you guys for watching episode 12. Like, subscribe.
What?
I was gonna say like, subscribe, and share, but the didn't come out. Like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you guys next week.
I'm so sleepy. Bye.